Today we're going to be looking at whether or not Moto Racer 4 is worth a fiver. Moto Racer 4 is an arcade dirt bike racing game available on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. It gets heavily discounted and can be found for under $5 quite often. But is it worth it at that price? Let's find out! After you first like the video and subscribe to SirLink Gaming if you want an idea of what cheap indie games you should be taking a look at. And with that, let's get to it. First things first. Moto Racer 4 is the dirt bike version of ATV Drift and Tricks, which is an ATV racing game that is also on Switch, PC, and PS4, with both games being compatible with PSVR. The two games are both published by Microids, which publishes a lot of games that are on a revolving door of being on sale. Suspiciously releasing 2 days apart on Switch, Moto Racer 4 and ATV Drift and Tricks recycles a lot from each other. Menu assets, as you can see here, look the exact same, just a different image and background color palette. The racing gameplay is also the same, where you receive points for tricks as you go through similar, but not the same tracks. And just like ATV Drift and Tricks that I had reviewed in my 21st Worth a Fiver video, the game starts pretty easy, then the difficulty scales up real quick. The career mode does differ from ATV Drift and Tricks, which might be not to everyone's liking, but the different challenges to clear does provide a bit of variety. When it comes to the gameplay, Moto Racer 4 is a serviceable dirt biking game. The controls are not the best, and the graphics are inconsistent, with constant tear-ins, and the lack of clarity in the menus hurts my brain. Career mode does include races like Last Man Standing, Slalom, and Championship, and before each race you can wager on your performance, which is how you earn stars for each of the challenges. If you don't succeed, you lose stars, or you get these red stars. I do think it's a neat element to the game, but it doesn't really penalize you. Just replay the event and succeed, and you go from -3 stars to 3 stars very quickly. The other part of racing is the tricks. You can see here that challenges have style objectives, which is a points goal. There really isn't a good explanation about how to do tricks, or what I'm being penalized for. I'm getting a sense of deja vu here. I don't know how you get so many points. Maybe that's the tricks part of ATV Drift and Tricks? But I think there needs to be a bit more explanation on how to earn these points, as there isn't a tutorial for you to understand what's going on. I race as usual and lose points. Why? Spamming the trick button in the air does seem to easily chain combos together, even if it doesn't look like your character's actually doing the tricks. I played Moto Racer 4 on Switch, and the game wasn't even adjusted to recognize that it is being played on Switch, as it mentions online play, which would be a great inclusion for the low price if you can get the game on sale. But what's this? The game does not actually have online play on Switch. Not that I would expect many people to be playing online, but just like ATV Drift and Tricks for Switch, the lack of either local or split-screen multiplayer is again questionable, because a game like this would be a good multiplayer game to play with kids. But on the Switch it's not possible, whereas PS4, Xbox One, and PC, according to the game listing, it offers local 2-player and online races for up to 10 people. Again, Moto Racer 4 is a serviceable dirt bike game, and I think that the lower price of $3.99 Canadian for the deluxe edition on PS4 is reasonable for a game to play in both VR, if you have PSVR, and standard modes that include local and online multiplayer. If people are even playing the multiplayer, that's another story. If we're looking at sale prices for Moto Racer 4 where it can be picked up for under $5, I'm actually going to give 2 recommendations. First though, I want to shout out PS Deals, XB Deals, and NT Deals, along with my favorite Deku Deals, which are historical pricing websites that do a great job of tracking game prices across all home consoles. The best option for Moto Racer 4 is to pick it up on PS4, especially if you have PSVR. When it's on sale for $4, I'd argue that it's not a bad pickup for an okay dirt biking game. If you have PS4 without VR, or an Xbox One or PC, I think it's a fine choice for a few bucks, with its inclusion of local and online multiplayer. So in these 3 cases, Moto Racer 4 is worth a fiver. But I'm not done there, because playing on Switch is kind of a joke. Obviously no VR, but there's also no option for online or offline multiplayer. And for those reasons, Moto Racer 4 on Nintendo Switch is not worth a fiver. Which platform are you looking to play Moto Racer 4 on? Hope the review helps! Don't forget to like and subscribe to SirLink Gaming, and I will see you in my next video.